Alright tout le monde, je suis Justineur et on se retrouve sur la suite de Tales of Arise, donc la partie 2 mon chum du jeu. La première partie a été de tuer les 5 seigneurs, maintenant que c'est fait, on a un 6e seigneur, on a un 6e noyau à aller chercher. En tout cas, c'est... Je savais qu'avec... Je m'y attendais, je savais, me semble, après 5 seigneurs, d'habitude de tout le temps un boss final au-dessus de tout le monde qui contrôle tout. Puis je pensais que c'était le gars aux cheveux longs justement, là, qu'on avait tué la dernière fois. Mais ça semblait vraiment être la fin du jeu. Fait que c'est pour ça que j'étais vraiment confus à la fin. Puis finalement, non, man, ça continue encore. Fait que let's go, man. On continue. Fait que là, on doit aller parler à Xion, au toit, à l'observatoire du toit. Fait que d'après moi, ça doit être dans ces portes-là. Parce qu'on est déjà au toit. C'est écrit en haut, couloir du toit. Allez là. Mais là, je suis vraiment curieux de savoir qu'est-ce qui nous attend comme aventure. Je suis sûr et certain qu'on va aller à l'Enegis, man. Genre le truc dans l'espace avec les Renians, là. Ça, c'est leur QG, là.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegis. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renas Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Xion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Pas ses épines, toutes. Ils ont des sentiments. Les deux, genre... Elle a dit qu'elle voulait pas le blesser, c'était pas à cause de ses épines, mais je pense que c'est plus une question de sentiment. Pour moi, je te le dis, hein, si à la fin du jeu, les deux sont pas ensemble, il n'y a pas une romance entre ces deux-là, là. Je l'ai déjà dit au dernier épisode, là, je donne la note de 1 sur 10 au jeu, man. Je m'en fous, là. Le build-up est tellement bon entre les deux, je trouve, là. Donc là, on doit aller à l'entrée du château. Est-ce que je peux avoir un déplacement rapide? Parce que ça va être long en tabarnak. Je sais pas, man. On va juste continuer, là. On va sortir.
Guess I misread the landing.
Entrée principale. T'as la veille, là. C'est qu'il y en a des portes. Sacrement, on va-tu arriver de m'amener? Ah, il y a Doalim qui est là.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
Ah, elle est là.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
C'est quoi, genre, ils ont tellement été esclaves qu'ils ont jamais appris à manger, fait qu'ils mangent pas, là?
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
La musique est ben trop forte d'un coup, me semble.
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Un profiteur.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten.
Fait qu'on doit aller au château encore, là.
Undoing it will take some
Trouver le voleur au château d'Elfaris. Non, ça c'est le temple.
time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Il y a eu le château de... Ah. Ah, il était dans le temple en fait. Il y a le temple, puis direct dans le temple, il y a le château.
Are we really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Gros, sérieux, ça me tente pas de chercher moi avec, là, sérieusement. Là. Je sais même pas il est où. Ah ah!
Very well.
C'est bon, tu peux y aller.
Well,
D'une certaine façon, je suis à la fois surprise et pas surprise de les voir là.
Hey,
Alors comme ça, c'est vous qui faites des réserves de rations?
pardon me.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Retourne tout de suite à ton poste. Pardon? Je ne le répéterai qu'une seule fois. Retourne tout de suite à ton poste. Mais c'est quoi son problème? Tout esclave qui désobéit doit être immédiatement mis à mort. Ah, lui est encore... sa tête est encore bizarre, lui.
take this! What the hell? Do you guys not realize who we are?
It doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Danins from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Here goes! Not in your dreams!
It's over!
First aid!
Rising Wyvern!
Oh, je pogne les deux en même temps, man.
Resonate with me! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
Here we go. Huh? Hey. Ce n'était donc pas un Danien qui faisait des réserves de rations, mais des soldats de Volron qui se cachaient dans le château.
Yeah.
Je ne sais pas si je dois être soulagé et totalement paniqué de cette idée. Qu'est-ce que vous essayez d'accomplir exactement? La vengeance de Volron? Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici? C'est vraiment très étrange. Êtes-vous conscient que le seigneur Volron n'est plus?
You don't say.
Les soldats sont obnubilés par les ordres qui leur étaient donnés. À côté de cela, ils ont l'air totalement absents. Tout comme les Daniens. Quand j'y repense, les soldats que nous avions combattus avaient eux aussi le même air absent. Mais alors, ça voudrait dire qu'ils ne se cachaient pas. En réalité, ils se contentaient de faire ce qu'ils ont toujours fait. Probablement, en fait, ouais, c'est bon, disparition va round, ça me tente pas de lire tout ça, là, mané, là, arrêtez, là, Simonac. Désolé, là, mais il y a trop de dialogue.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way. Solve the problem, and that's what counts.
Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Nagal would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Ok, ah. Je pensais à ça, j'aurais pu juste... Non, ça marche pas, je pense. La façade du temple, ouais, c'est ça, on va aller là. Ah, j'étais direct là finalement. Ça a été moins long de descendre les escaliers puis d'y aller. Je voulais juste me skipper les petits les temps de chargement des portes là. Là, c'est la dernière, celle-là. Là.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part.
Non, il me semble que ça bug.
But we need to take this one battle at a time.
Ça a comme bugué un peu aussi. Là, quand ça bug, je sais pas si ça l'affecte mon micro parce que parfois, je sais que mon micro il décide de gricher, genre. Quand je parle, ça bug puis c'est fatigant. Mais en tout cas, on va laisser ça de même, là, d'après moi. Malgré que je suis un peu inquiet, on va peut-être faire des petits tests là au début, là, parce que je sais que quand que le jeu il bug un peu ou ben il sautille un tout petit peu, j'ai remarqué que le micro et tout commençait à parler comme un robot, là.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Moi juste, gros, je suis vraiment curieux. Moi juste aller checker, là, double check si mes affaires sont correctes. J'angoisse le fait de savoir que ça a bugué tantôt, puis j'ai peur que mon micro il se mette à bugger. Ok, c'est bon. J'ai checké puis ça a pas affecté mon micro. Je commençais à angoisser, j'étais comme, ah, je peux pas continuer, je peux pas faire un épisode de 2 heures tabarnak puis que ça bug. Quand ça m'arrive, ça me fait tellement chier, là. Mais en même temps, c'est dur à savoir. Des fois, il fonctionne, puis quand j'enregistre, il décide de plus fonctionner. Genre là, il va gricher, genre. Ça l'arrive rarement, mais ça l'arrive. Là, je sais pas où aller pour vrai. Trouver s'il y a pas quelqu'un d'autre qui a besoin d'aide ou des choses à régler. Ah hey.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harrows.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Mais là, il se passe quoi là? Si où faut qu'on aille? On s'en va où? On va-tu péter le dernier boss? C'est quoi? Oh! Oh! Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? Il nous a quittés. Il était tout le temps malade. Mais quand même. Quand je pense qu'il était sur le point de vivre une vie digne de son nom.
No way.
Bon sang. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un à prévenir? Seulement sa mère. Elle vit dans ces quartiers là-bas.
Alright.
Bien, je vais lui annoncer la nouvelle.
Having to inform her mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Dans les quartiers, c'est pas là. Elle vit où en fait?
I think Hoodle senses something.
Non, c'est bon, je vais laisser de même. Des fois, le son il est fort un peu par bout, mais.
Sorry.
Ah là, il est correct. Excusez-moi, madame, j'ai une mauvaise nouvelle à vous annoncer. Votre fils, il est. Je suis au courant. Mais alors, qu'est-ce que vous faites? Je fais le travail qui doit être fait aujourd'hui, puisque mon fils est dans l'incapacité de le faire. C'est comme ça que ça se passe ici aussi, alors?
Alright.
Oubliez le travail. Au mieux, considérez que pour aujourd'hui, votre travail consiste à vous occuper de votre fils. Très bien. Je m'y mets de ce pas. Ok, je pensais qu'il était... Il est-tu mort? Il est-tu mort ou non, là? Occupez-vous de votre fils. Ah ben oui, il est mort.
Because that's
Rendez
the way
hommage.
people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
Ah, je suis au courant, mon fils il est mort. Ah oui, je travaille.
No, she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
Ah, mais où? Tu vas aller où? À l'extérieur. Ah, ok, ok, ok.
Looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zugals roaming around out there. We should follow after her. Okay, off we go.
Hey, t'es fatiguant, toi, avec tes hiboux.
You guys want to rest here?
Non.
Yes.
Allons-y alors, apportez-moi du feu. Ah, l'air s'en colle ici. Attendez, vous comptez brûler votre fils? Tout à fait, c'est comme ça qu'on procède ici. Je ne comprends pas, une cérémonie funéraire en bonne et due forme ne s'est pas plus appropriée. Je suis désolé. Est-ce que j'ai fait quelque chose de mal? N'avez-vous pas de rite au cours desquels la famille du défunt peut-il lui faire ses adieux? Pas vraiment, non. Comme tu aurais voulu qu'on fasse. C'est pas ça. Pas vraiment, non. Comment tu aurais voulu qu'on fasse? Jusqu'à il y a peu, on était trop occupés à trimer pour penser à ce genre de choses. Chez les Iraniennes, la coutume, ouais, les proches, ouais, la dépouille dans les cieux. Pourquoi ne pas faire autant sur Dana? Ben, parce qu'on est esclaves, hein? C'est la dernière fois que les proches vont voir leurs êtres chers. Il faut bien honorer leur mémoire d'une manière ou d'une autre. Bon, on fait quoi comme hommage, là? Il y a trop de dialogue, là. On fait quoi, là? Le Negus pourrait frapper à tout instant. Et nous, on ne trouve rien de mieux à faire que s'entre-déchirer. On fait comment l'hommage? Est-ce qu'on peut arrêter de parler? Si vous mettez des dialogues, parlez s'il vous plaît. Là. Il y a trop de dialogues, ça me tente pas de le lire. Merci de m'avoir confié cette tâche. Je vous en prie. C'est le moins qu'on pouvait faire pour vous. Vous êtes sa mère quand même. Grâce à vous tous, mon fils repose en paix maintenant. Je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'on a fait là, mais
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made
Ah,
them
il y avait un
stop
speech.
fighting with each other, right?
il y avait un speech puis je l'ai pas entendu parce que je l'ai pas lu. Moi,
I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
moi pour moi là, Quand il y a un speech, là, faut qu'il y ait une musique, man, comme tantôt. Une bonne petite musique, il y a un speech, là, puis il parle. C'est émotionnel. Là, c'était genre juste une petite side quest. Bon, on va aller à l'auberge, qui est ici.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long.
D'après moi, les Renians vont frapper parce que nous autres, on a pas de l'air à savoir quoi faire.
What?
Je savais. Il y a de quoi qui va se passer, man.
What's that noise?
Elfin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
いつも君と待ち続けた季節は何も言わず通り過ぎた雨はこの街に降り注ぐ少しのリグレットと罪を包み込んで泣かないことを誓ったまま時は過ぎ痛む心に気がつかずに僕は一人になった記憶の中でずっと二人は生きてゆける君の声が今も胸に響くよそれは愛がさまよう限り君は少し泣いたあの時見えなかった
C'est quoi ça? C'est un rayon pour se téléporter en haut puis en bas ou?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif too.
Pour vrai?
You
Ça
saw
me dit rien?
her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
Il y a quelque chose qui me dit que...
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
Je vais mettre ça sur pause parce qu'il n'y a pas de parler, là, mais il y a quelque chose qui me dit que en fait, la fille qui était rouge, comme Doalim, ne se souvient jamais de l'avoir vue. Puis moi, pour vrai, vite de même, j'ai jamais remarqué qu'elle était là. Mais ça se peut que les Lords, eux autres, la voyaient pas. Parce que Volron aussi était là. Elle était juste à côté de lui, puis il avait de l'air à s'en foutre. Genre, il est sûr qu'il savait même pas qu'elle était là. Fait qu'en gros, elle était là pour donner des informations au Big Boss en haut. Puis c'est ça, mais elle était invisible dans le fond aux yeux des Lords.
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone...
Vous essayez de rejoindre les autres royaumes. Sans un bon bateau, il n'y a pas grand chose que... Non, oubliez ça. Hein? Je sais que l'un des anciens qui s'est mis à parler un peu il y a pas longtemps a dit quelque chose. Apparemment, dans le temps, il y avait un moyen de traverser les montagnes de Forland. Et ce n'est plus le cas. Je me demande ce que c'était. Ok. Pourquoi on parle de ça? Je trouve que... Vous essayez de trouver un moyen de rejoindre les autres royaumes? Je n'ai jamais rien entendu à ce sujet. Si nous en connaissions un, nous n'aurions pas besoin de faire profil bas à Islim. Quand cette chose est tombée de Nenegis, le bruit, nom d'un nom, j'ai cru que les montagnes s'effondraient.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Ah, il parle de
Those are the
Farland. Ouais.
mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Love-2 marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Rejoindre les montagnes de Farland. Puis il faut passer par les marécages de Latfu. On va checker si on en a pas. Ok, moi c'est juste la map que où est-ce que je suis. On va sortir à l'extérieur, bon, on va aller voir. Marécage de Latfu. On a fait la même. Ah, on l'a, c'est bon.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Non, il y a rien
We
senti.
should be able to cook here.
Oh fuck.
There.
Ah, il était là. J'ai jamais été ici. J'ai été droit au but, moi. Moi, c'est l'histoire qui m'intéresse. Pour vrai, l'histoire est vraiment nice.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn. You don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Rising River!
Here's the
Onward,
evil
Swallow Blade! Try this!
Another incantation ruined.
Eh non, on peut pas attaquer personne, Calis, tout le monde m'attaque.
Glacial Spear. That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Here's evil.
Take this!
Try this!
You got company.
It's over!
Ah, Yasti, vous êtes fatiguant.
Don't mind if I do.
Try harder! Now!
Thanks. Just what I needed.
Nice. Hein, Calis.
See what I can do! On your knees.
Ah, je voulais pas que tu t'écalisses mon dos de Calis de même.
Turn the tables on him.
There are still
Tu faire quelque chose, là?
No time to hold back.
Chris, je l'avais pété. Est-ce qu'on va faire une attaque? Est-ce que j'arrive pour faire mon attaque? Ah, ben non, on m'attaque, Calis, que j'envole partout. Sacrément de style. Hein. Tabarnak.
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia.
Il est bizarre, hein.
Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
C'est quelque chose à dire, dis-les, Shion, man, c'est important de le savoir.
Well, looky here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Ah, je l'ai passé entre les deux.
Go no further. Take this. Don't mind if I do.
Come one, come all! I can carve through armor!
Ah,
I shall feel you where you stand.
Not today!
Lightning orb!
Excellent technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
That's not to give me any ideas.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope
Now! No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Good job.
My exploits are bearing fruit. You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Xion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Xion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renins had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Xion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess.
Est-ce le Lord?
And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Xion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Check bien ça, si Xion ne sait pas, le Sixth Lord, puis on le sait pas, puis elle le sait pas non plus. Quand, Chris? Mais venez-vous-en, là.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it, chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding. I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Fuck off, asti, c'est juste pour un coffre, man. Je vais tout les esquiver.
Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Astral, look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate the dark!
Can't get out of this!
Now you see what I can do!
Swallow Blade!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Beckoned into
My
everlasting
turn!
darkness.
Struck!
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Driven and talented.
Air thrust! I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Hey!
Équipement. Bon, ça, on a eu ça pour Xion. Et voilà.
New equipment!
Oh, Rusty, tu fais quoi?
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
No, Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
Enfin. On a un
So
but, là.
Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am.
Ok, j'étais pas sûr lequel des deux.
But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both. It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law,
Yeah, we're getting close.
Ah, le style d'enfant de chienne, son ennemi de tuer.
Dispose of the trash.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Rising Wyvern! Super
Your wings won't save you from me.
It's over!
It got fired. I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
It's all mine. All yours. Not today.
I'm on a roll now.
I'm not done.
Crumble.
Slash.
Let the marksman handle it.
Deity. Mirage.
Anything in armor is all mine.
I'm ready.
Ah, on l'a pas vu celle-là.
My turn. Not chance. I'm not done. Rising Wyvern. It's done. Slash.
Freeze Lancer.
There's always room for improvement.
Non, il y a un coffre là-bas, je m'en fous. Le jeu, il y a une meilleure histoire que de gameplay, je trouve. Le gameplay de boss, il est nice. Le gameplay, il est cool. Mais l'histoire est meilleure.
We made it to Cyslodia.
Il est revenu?
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Il a rien senti.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Renwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Harros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
Dude, je suis quand même un peu épais. Genre, je sais pas où aller, puis je faisais juste fouiller partout. Puis là, j'ai remarqué que, Chris, finalement, je peux juste checker ma map. Puis ma map me donne une étoile. Puis là, ça dit trouver un bateau. Mais je sais pas pourquoi ils nous ont fait passer par Cyslodia. Ça dit trouver un bateau. Je suis genre, ok. D'après moi, il fallait passer par Cyslodia pour retourner à l'autre place. D'après moi, j'ai aucune calice d'idée, mais je peux juste faire un déplacement rapide au port. Je vais aller au quai. Simplement. Moi, j'étais sûr que c'était dans le bout de Cyslodia, man. Je cherchais partout, si je trouvais rien, puis j'étais comme, checker dans ma map. Non, pas tant. Ben oui, puis non. Ah, c'est le même dude.
Well, if it ain't the blazing sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renan engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renan?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
Ce qui est hot, lui, man. Ah, let's go, on repart encore en bateau. C'est plus un navire, hein? C'est normal qu'il n'y ait plus de son? Ok.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renans would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renan structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle a, elle?
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
Huh?
You okay? What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
On la suit, go.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
Ces deux-là vont peut-être finir ensemble et tout, ce serait peut-être pas pire. Désolé, j'ai accroché mon micro.
It's noisy in here, isn't it?
Things should calm down a little once we're through with this place.
Optimistic as always.
Bon, il y a une entrée là. L'encre. Ouh. On est à l'encre. Fait que d'après moi, c'est un donjon.
I see that the interior of the wedge is every bit as strange and unusual as the exterior. Intriguing.
If I didn't see it come from Lenegis, I wouldn't believe it was Renan. Just what's with this place?
Yeah, it's all twisty and lumpy. Whatever it's all for, I'm stumped.
Non, il y a un coffre là. Tant pis. On va pas d'y aller. Oui, je vais aller là. Ça marche pas. Je vais aller là. Fais penser à Lost from Beyond. Non, pas là. Ici.
This is all Dana's astral energy.
Holy shit.
Are you saying the Renans are funneling it through here to send to Lenegus?
Sure looks like it. We have to put a stop to it, quickly.
Pas le choix, let's go.
This one will be difficult to predict.
No further, pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Armor won't save you. Just getting calculated.
Try this!
That's a spot.
Infernal turret! Thanks. Here I come!
Primed and ready.
Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
You should have messed with me.
Here's the
Oh,
evil.
il est en tabarnak.
You're mine! It's over!
Elusive deity. Can you take it?
Mirage! Try this!
Swallow dead.
Infernal turret! Swallow blade! Eat dirt!
Elusive deity. I'll crush you.
Il a fini.
Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Good job.
One deadly strike, just as ordered.
This seems strange. Like it should be among creatures you'd find in a forest.
Cut it out. I don't need to hear that. It's gotta be man-made, right?
Were it so, it would not be any easier to predict. Remain vigilant.
Ah, pas le choix. Ok.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
It's over!
Far enough.
Mirage!
Elusive
Try this! This one's gonna be tough!
Healing
Rising
Hey,
Wyvern!
when did I get so popular?
Rising Wyvern!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better. Rising Wyvern!
Come on along, man.
Here's evil.
Elusive!
Freeze
It's
blade.
over! Do it! Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Excited.
Not a chance!
I can carve through armor.
Eat dirt!
Do it. Resonate with you.
In an instant! Impact claw!
Le gameplay est cool. C'est nice ces combats. J'essaye d'esquiver juste parce que il y en a un petit peu trop. Puis je veux juste... Puis je veux juste savoir ce qui va se passer.
Guess I misread the landing.
On arrive de où, nous? On arrive de là, sans dessin. Pourquoi je retourne là, moi? Mais allez là, moi je m'en vais d'importe. Il doit y avoir quelque chose là. Il va y avoir des ennemis.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
Il y a un équipement. Qui l'a eu l'équipement? Ah, ok, personne.
You must really like it, Alphin.
Ah, c'est sérieux, j'étais à côté.
Looks like trouble. Capital T.
Together, we've got this! Infernal turret! Rising wyvern!
Take this.
From two heads? That's not even fair!
I'll face you. Flying free. Look at they just hit the door.
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
I'll face you. Ready to go. Tornado drive.
You're mine!
Swallow blade!
Elusive deity.
Swallow
I'll heal you all!
Elusive deity.
I can't heal you forever!
I'm not done!
Here I go!
away!
Getting started!
Here I come!
Grind and rage!
Captivity.
Not today!
This one's mine!
Elusive deity.
It's over!
Tornado drive.
Here's the flame of fury!
I'll tear you apart.
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Try harder!
It was nice while it lasted.
Rising wyvern!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Now you see what I can do. Ferocious pain. I'm elusive deity.
Let's tear it up!
Eat dirt!
Take this.
Watch this! Here goes!
Pas le choix de manger l'orange.
This should do it!
Healing, don't mind if I do.
Far enough.
I owe you one!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
No,
Oh, rien.
I'm in your debt.
I'm on it.
Another incantation ruined.
I'll face you.
Try this! Infernal turret! Swallow blade!
And your words are mine.
Take this!
Tornado drive.
Where are you going?
Burn!
Elusive deity.
Soda! Mirage!
On your
Infernal turret! Rising wyvern! Here I come!
Healing circle!
I really owe you one.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. The earth lost its pain.
Try this! Rising wyvern!
Negative gate. On your
Swallow blade! Try this! This one's all mine! Eat
There you are.
Soda! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
This could be useful.
Ah, c'est un petit portail. Yes.
We've sure climbed up a long way, haven't we?
Watch your step ahead. With no fencing in place, it would be quite hazardous to fall.
Ah, tabarnak, je pensais pas qu'il me courait après de suite.
I have a bad
Anyway.
feeling about
Parce que ça me prend des PS, aussi.
It's like trying to keep up
Et s'il y aurait des PS un peu partout, genre dans la map, ce serait pas pire, mais quand t'as plus de PS, t'as juste plus de PS, là.
Now you see what I can do.
Get behind us!
I'll be right as rain in no time.
It's over!
I'll face you.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Take it!
My
It's
turn!
in the sky, it's mine!
Rolling snap.
Try this!
Captivity.
Infernal turret!
Do it!
Rise up! Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off!
Can you take it?
Here I come!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Our next turn! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
We managed to pull through.
That equipment should come in handy.
Mais c'est quoi ces tenues-là, genre? Je peux-tu enlever les skins? Ok, il y a juste celle-là, man. Il n'y a pas d'autres skins d'armes. Je trouve des armures, mais je pensais qu'on aurait pu équiper cette armure-là puis avoir le look, mais non. Les autres, je pense qu'ils vont me pogner, hein. Quelque chose qui me dit que j'ai pas le choix des pogner, eux autres. Fuck you. Non, pas le choix des... Ouais, c'est sûr. Il prend toute la petite place.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this. I'm surrounded!
Whatever you do, just stay away from the forest.
In a bind?
Here's a healing arc.
I felt fine not too long ago.
Here I come! It's over!
Annihilation!
I'll smash you!
I'm just gonna get help.
This one's all mine!
First aid!
Not today!
Swallow
Take it! It's over! Not so fast!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Ah, je les ai toutes pognées d'un coup.
So I still had room to grow.
Il n'y a plus de PS. Ah. Yeah. Oh mais ça a l'air que j'ai pas le choix de les péter eux autres.
I have a bad feeling about this. Thanks, Shield. Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Gravitas field! It'll body slam us into next week! Not in your dreams!
Where are you going?
It's on! Infernal Torrent! You picked the wrong fight! I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! You're on!
I'll tear you apart!
Try this!
Instant fear!
Ah, ça donne des PS, ça, nice.
Here's Lancer!
I'm gonna need more rushing light. I'm on it! Benediction light. I'll smash you! Heal! Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, this charge like that could easily...
I'll crush you!
Let's go, Lawman.
Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here's a healing arc.
First aid! That's it!
Here, let me help. I can handle it.
You're finished! Rising Wiper! Hitting Pile Driver! Mirage!
I'll heal you all.
Slow dance!
All mine. I feel like me again.
Eat dirt!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Rising Wiper! Here I come! Hitting Pile Driver! Take this!
This one's mine.
What's this? Mirage!
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for if we can't depend on one?
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Now I'm in the groove. Resonate with the stalagmites. I really
Rising
owe
Wiper!
you your
There! I'll tear you apart! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Amazing.
It was nice while it lasted.
No further!
Will this help?
Take this!
Here, let me help.
Art expert coming through!
Away!
Here I go.
You're mine!
Top field!
It's over! Begin! Mirage!
I'm out of ammo.
Benediction light. Another incantation ruined.
Here's a healing arc. I can't heal you forever.
Freaking does it!
Oh yes, il va faire un autre finish.
You're mine! It's over! Try harder! Here I come!
Ah, ben oui.
You're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Escape!
Where are you going?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
First strike! The flame inside me!
Je me souviens plus comment faire mes finishes de même avec Alphen.
Here I come!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible. You
Il n'y a plus de PS, dude.
Here I go. You're lost.
Art expert coming through!
I'm out of ammo.
They can't get out of this!
This it?
I couldn't make it in time.
Jocelyn!
Light burst forth!
Radiant finishing!
I'll bring you back from death to bid.
Begin! Shattering!
Resuscitation!
Attack time!
Watch and not on my watch! Mega Ray!
I'll run you through!
Annihilation!
Benediction.
Here I come! Here I come! It's over! Rising Wiper! Mirage!
Mega Ray!
Take this! You're finished!
I will heal you all.
The picture of hell!
This one's mine.
Elusive deity! Infernal current! Rising Wiper!
Here's a healing arc.
You're mine!
Aid.
You're finished! Dragon Shout! You're mine! It's over!
Here, let me help.
Parce que essayer d'esquiver, ça a juste pas marché. Là.
You picked the wrong fight! Elusive deity! Prepare to be sealed! Take this! I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Non, lui. Au moins là, mais calice. Ah ça, je sais pas des nouveaux skills. Sont où déjà? Panneau de compétences. C'est pas ça ici? Non. Je me souviens plus, man. Je me souviens plus comment mettre mes touches.
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Ouais, mais l'affaire, c'est que Chris, ça prend tout le temps des PS. Tiens, on se bat contre des mobs, ça prend des PS, ça prend plein de PS, maintenant. Ah yes, on est arrivé, man, des PS, on va les avoir ici. Toute notre vie, toute. Good. Il y a quelque chose qui me dit qu'on réussira pas à le péter parce que j'ai plus de jus d'orange, j'ai plus rien, man. J'ai plus rien pour me ressusciter, plus rien.
Here?
It's here?
Yes. All the energy flowing through the wedge comes together and collects here.
Is that thing a Zoogle? Holy crap, it's huge!
A central core and a guardian?
Once we beat that thing, it'll stop the wedge from taking in any more astral energy, right?
It seems we're in for a fight regardless.
Ah merde, on va perdre. J'ai plus de rien comme ordonner des PS.
Is there no end to what the Renans can cook up?
I don't know if that's a machine or what.
On a déjà passé un boss semblable.
Watch yourself. There is no knowing what it is capable of.
Any other wisdom you want to pass along? Air pressure! Take it! One more!
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern!
In a bind?
Mirage!
I'm taking it start!
I'm only
On
getting
your
started.
knees!
Here!
You're mine!
I'm out of ammo.
It's over!
Air
Back into
pressure!
the fray.
Try this!
Resonate with the
Brutal
earth!
push!
Let the marksman handle this. I never miss.
On your knees!
Glacial spear. Here's evil. Breathe Lancer.
It's on!
Ugh.
Not today!
Don't suffer in silence.
You're mine.
Strike!
Watch this!
Rising Wyvern!
Magna
On
Ray.
your knees!
Mirage! Try this!
Air
Here's the
pressure!
healing arm.
Resonate with the earth!
First aid.
Stalagmite!
Here I go. I'm only getting started.
Now I'm in the groove!
Reload.
On your knees!
Radiant here. On field. I'm only getting watching. Hear me, flame of fury. Burning strike.
On your knees!
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern!
Glacial spear.
Mirage.
Here's evil.
Resonate with the
Breathe
earth!
Lancer.
Power blade! Try this!
Merde.
Brutal turret!
Now or never!
Radiant pierce.
On your knees!
There.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! You're mine! It's over!
On your knees!
Strike!
Radiant
Rising
pierce.
Wyvern!
Resonate with the
Let the
earth!
handle this.
Stalagmite!
Sighted. I'm only getting started.
You're mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Magna
On
Ray.
your knees!
Here I go.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Gemini Aqua.
Armor won't save you! I'm on!
Take this! It's over!
This one's mine.
On your knees!
Rising Wyvern!
Pierce.
Denied!
Mirage!
I'm out of ammo.
Try this!
Resonate with the earth!
Brutal turret!
Let me help.
Rising Wyvern!
First aid. Coming through. Watch and weep.
On your knees!
Lightning. Downfall.
Air pressure! Resonate with the earth!
Here I go!
There.
Flame
One
inside me
more.
yearns to be let
You're
free!
mine. Searing flame.
Rising
Healing
Wyvern.
flame of fury. Burning strike.
On your knees!
Radiant
Air
pierce.
pressure! Resonate with the
Take
earth!
it. I'm only getting started.
No art is being interrupted.
In a bind!
Glacial spear. Here's the evil. Breathe
On
Lancer.
your knees!
You're mine! It's over!
I can handle it.
Air pressure!
Mirage!
I can carve through armor!
Sight.
On
You're
your
mine.
knees!
Radiant pierce.
Air
On
pressure!
field. Pierce.
Resonate with the earth!
I'm all
Stalagmite!
Annihilate this one.
Swallow
This
blade!
one's mine.
On your knees!
Not today!
Will this help?
Eh.
You're mine!
Healing circle.
Resonate with the earth!
I owe you one.
Stalagmite!
Pierce. Not on my watch.
Rising Wyvern!
Take it.
Mirage!
You're mine. Back into the fray.
À date, ça va bien.
Keep calm and take
Ah,
them
fuck.
down.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Back into the fray. Regeneration. Mega ray.
Try this!
Here I go. It's over.
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that. Radiant light. Here.
Burn!
Tornado drive.
You were primed and ready. This one's mine. Here. Ready. Take it. I'll cover you.
On your knees.
Recover.
I really owe
Here's
you.
a healing arc. Dragon down.
Resonate with the
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là?
all in order.
Radiant.
Theo.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
On peut aller l'attaquer.
Almost impressed.
My praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Rising Wyvern!
Pieces! Attack time!
Another incantation.
Nothing gets by me! Far enough!
Here's a healing arc.
Inferno Turret! Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade!
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
In a bind, certainly won't argue.
Primed and ready. This one's mine.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a quick. This ends now.
On l'a eu, hein?
Consider yourself finished!
Is it over?
What the hell is going on?
Ridwell! It's too dangerous! Stay back!
Take Karen Wells, c'est une élue, c'est quoi?
What's going on here? What's wrong?
Ringwell, are you okay?
Hey, are you crying?
I'm not the only one.
I heard it. Whatever it was, I heard it.
As did I. I'm not sure I'd call it a voice, but it was there.
What in the world just happened?
Quoi qui vient de se passer, man? Oh shit, suspense, esti, dites-le. Mon broye, esti, je sais même pas pourquoi.
That was Dana's astral energy we just encountered. And I think what we heard might have been its voice.
You're saying astral energy has a mind of its own?
I haven't the slightest idea. But do you remember what happened when we fought Balsef back in Calaglia?
You mean when that fire monster came out of the spirit vessel?
Exactly. There was such a huge overflow of astral energy, it caused a monster to spawn and take physical form. Maybe the same thing happened here, just with way more astral energy and a bigger monster.
Does that mean if you gather enough astral energy, it can become sentient or take a physical form?
That's what I'm guessing, but it's just speculation. Master cores are able to hold a lot more energy than a spirit vessel, but we still haven't seen anything like that happen in our dealings with them.
That being said, there may be a mechanism of sorts inside Master cores and spirit vessels that prevents such reactions.
That fire monster. I remember how it only appeared after Balsef's spirit vessel broke.
Then the reason Rinwell was able to sense all that astral energy earlier must have been because it was too much for that Zoogle to contain by itself.
So, then where do you think the Zoogle went? All that energy and poof, it's gone. The Zoogle with it. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone?
Indeed it does. However, in order for us to move our hypothesis forward, we will need to gather more evidence first. On that note, how are you holding up, Rinwell?
I just can't work out why. Why the voice reached out to me first.
Rinwell?
I can't help but wonder if it's because of my heritage that I was the one to hear it. Sorry. That's a strange thing to think, isn't it? Anyway, we should get going, right? We need to make sure the energy flow has actually stopped.
Invasion stoppée. Mon succès y est là.
Are we gonna have to take this winding path all the way back down, too?
Yeah, but if anything, it should be easier than the climb up.
Really? Well then.
Non, pas le choix.
I've heard it's easier to develop muscle aches when going down.
Seriously?
Ouais. Ah, il y a des astuces d'ennemis partout, le pire. Ah, il y a des ennemis partout, je veux pas revenir. Ah, saute en bas, dude. Come on. Ah.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
A new melody.
Rising Wyvern!
Prepare to be sealed. See what I can do. Finish you here.
That sounds more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Ah ouais, frappe-moi 3 fois, c'est sans dessin de calice.
I'm excited. Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off! No escape! Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern! Stardust!
Resonate with the earth.
Away!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Here, let me help.
Rising Wyvern!
Grenade!
Mirage! Stardust! Burn it hell! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Healing Stardust!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
On peut juste se téléporter, je pensais à ça. Hein. Voyage rapide, tabarnak. Pourquoi je peux pas? Ok, je suis vraiment obligé de redescendre, nice. On l'a fait une fois, Steve, on l'a fait une deuxième fois, mais en redescendant. Très cool. Mais je suppose, de base, les ennemis sont supposés être tous morts, mais moi je les ai jamais tués. On va le faire ici. Ah merde, c'est ceux-là que j'ai jamais tué encore. Il y a quelque chose là. Ah mais j'ai plus de PSP en tout.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Oh, il m'a touché, tabarnak. Ils sont longs à faire. Ils sont même pas le fun. Un, ça a été correct. Deux, c'est Destin Marde. Et non. Ouais, frappe-moi ici.
You picked the wrong fight.
On va prendre ça.
It's over. Rising Wiper. This is looking good.
Comment ça nous shot une knock-in de même d'un coup?
Now I can let loose. Swallow blade.
In a bind? I'm on it. Oh, it's you.
Rising Wiper.
Watch it. Anything in armor is all mine. There you go. I'm sorry to be a bother. We've all got enough. Yes, ma'am.
My turn.
Hold on to your art.
Can you take it?
Hold nothing back.
Nice.
Rising Wiper.
Benediction light. Oh, now you're talking.
I'm out of ammo.
Not today.
Captivity.
I never miss.
Take this.
Dragon Not in your dreams.
It's over.
Leave the charges to me.
Can you take it?
You're mine. You're finished.
Elusive deity. Getting close. Anything will freaking does it. Armor won't save you.
Take this.
Power surges through. I'll tear you apart. Elusive deity. That freaking does it. In a bind.
Burn in hell. Here I come. You're mine. You're finished. Try this.
Elusive deity.
Dueling in an instant. Impact cross. We work well together.
Like a finely timed blow.
Denied. Radiant here. Talon hurricane.
Benediction light.
There. And again. Here goes. Gravitas field.
Il prend plus ceci de PS lui tabarnak que... Oh nice. Que le boss.
Tectonic vision.
I'll heal you all.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Where are you going?
Not today.
Now I'm in the groove.
Here I come.
Radiant hurricane.
Infernal turret. Rising Wyvern. Look sharp.
Lightning tiger blade.
Okay.
My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you... No. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
Je suis pas capable de les esquiver, tabarnak, il me poursuit tout en retard. Calice.
Together we've got this. You're finished.
They got me flanked!
Infernal turret.
Can't get out of this!
Here I come!
Denied! No escape!
Reload!
Mirage! I'm on it! Swallow blade!
Reload!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Strike! Coming through!
Infernal Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed rock.
Ok, ça a bien été.
A new melody. So I still had room to grow.
Guess I misread the landing.
Ah ouais, on va les repéter.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
I can carve through armor!
Annihilation dreams!
Try this! Infernal turret! Rising wyvern!
Here I go!
Mirage!
I'm all let the marksman handle this!
Where
are you going?
Rising wyvern! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Talon hurricane!
You're not! Swallow blade! Not so fast! Rising wyvern! Rotating pile driver!
Glacial spear!
Flame
Can't
inside
do
you!
it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Lightning!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll say nothing gets by me!
Swallow dance!
No complaints from me.
Ah, il est là. Et voilà, nous sommes à l'entrée. Nice.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell? Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
We go to Lenegis.
Je savais.
Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegis?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegis. Believe it or not, we Renins down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renin who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegis would probably be quicker than that.
Excusez.
Wait. Alphen, when you came down from Lenegis, it had to have been in a starship of your own, right?
Right. Oh, of course.
Il était quelque part.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia, so chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
Nice. Je savais, maintenant on va sur Lenegis.
Yeah. As long as Lenegis stands there, there's no avoiding it.
So what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
On met les voiles direction Mahag-Sar maintenant? Oui.
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something, I...
Excuse-moi de t'avoir coupé, mais vous parlez trop.
Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Nice.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Shion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Shion. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell. I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave. But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Shion.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hoodle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
Quoi? Sacrement?
I think it's safe to rest here now.
C'est quoi? Elle va-tu nous trahir? Elle va-tu... c'est quoi qu'elle va faire? Rendez-vous à Elizabeth. Gros man. Hey. Moi, je vais me trouver une auberge. Je m'en vais rester là.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Puis...
Sounds like
Ah, il y a un
our cue
coffre.
to step in and help.
Ah, mais c'est même pas pour nous autres. Ah, ben oui. Mais alright, hey, nous autres, on va cesser là-dessus, man. Le petit bel épisode. Gros, je suis fucking curieux de savoir qu'est-ce qui va se passer par la suite, man. Sérieusement, je sais pas ce que je suis en à cache, man, mais j'espère que c'est pas dramatique pour elle. Là. Parce que le jeu, il est vraiment bien fait, il est nice, l'histoire est le fun. J'aimerais ça avoir une bonne fin heureuse, man. Ça serait vraiment très cool. Je trouve que les jeux aujourd'hui, ils essayent de faire tout le temps original, puis d'avoir pas une fin heureuse. Mais moi, ça me fait chier des fins pas heureuses, sérieusement. Là. ça me fait chier. C'est comme si j'aurais joué pour fuck out, tu sais. Et sur ça, on va se laisser, man. À la prochaine. Ciao. Qu'est-ce que Shion cache? Alphen trouvera-t-il son ancien vaisseau? Nos guerriers vont-ils réussir à rejoindre les Negus? C'est ce que nous allons savoir dans le prochain épisode de Tales of Arise.